quarter mile to go as they run down into the dip. It's Brigadier Gerard nearest to us, Mummy's Pet on the outside, and Swing Easy in between the two. But it's between Brigadier Gerard and Mummy's Pet, and Brigadier Gerard is running on very strongly indeed up the hill with 150 yards to go. It's Brigadier Gerard from Mummy's Pet, Swing Easy and Fireside Chat, and Brigadier Gerard has won it easily. At the post, Brigadier Gerard is the winner.
My Swallow just walking round towards the rear, ridden by Frankie Doe, who's in
My Swallow and Millreef almost together, and both of them well on the bridle. Minsky in third place, Brigadier Gerard moving up to dispute third place, and now the race is really on as they come up the hill towards the bushes. Just under 3 furlongs to go now. My Swallow and Millreef almost together. Lester Pickett on Minsky right there, poised. If he's good enough, he's there. He's placed the challenge. Brigadier Gerard on the right of the four, and these four coming right away as one rather expected they would. And now the whips are up as they run down into the dip, and it's Brigadier Gerard on this side, Millreef in the centre, My Swallow on the far side, Minsky in fourth place, and Brigadier Gerard is in front as they come up the hill with 150 yards to go. It's Brigadier Gerard on this side who is well in front. There's nothing between Millreef and My Swallow. Millreef is going to be second, but Brigadier Gerard has won it at the post. Brigadier Gerard is the winner. Millreef second, My Swallow third.
To the 2 furlong marker now. Brigadier Gerard, the unbeaten 8-race winner, about 2 lengths up on Ashley. Dictus back in third place, but challenging Ashley for second now, and the crowd already roaring their delight at the way this horse strides out to prove once again his supreme mastery. Brigadier Gerard getting a fantastic burst of applause. He's inside the final furlong marker now, going away from Dictus, who's gone second, and Ashley third, but there's no second or third really in this race. It's Brigadier Gerard striding away to storming applause from the to win. Ears pricked the Queen Elizabeth the second place, from Dictus just passing the line, and then Ashley coming to.
As they pass the bushes, Brigadier Gerard is coming on now, taking up the running as they run down into the dip. It's Brigadier Gerard from Welsh Pageant, then comes Rarity, then Gold Rod on the outside, and as they race into the dip, it's Brigadier Gerard from Welsh Pageant with Rarity running on very strongly indeed on the far side. Just 150 yards to go now, and the Brigadier is just in front, but is being challenged desperately strongly by Rarity, but he's going to hold on just, I think. At the post, just holding on is Brigadier Gerard, I think.
Marker now, and Brigadier Gerard comes to take it up from prominent. The crowd roaring already. Brigadier Gerard and Joe Mercer gone to the front now, was less than up with inside the furlong marker, and it's Brigadier Gerard clear of Steel Pulse. Then comes Pembroke Castle, behind him is prominent, and toiling behind them is Lord David, racing up towards the line. Brigadier Gerard getting a storming reception from the Royal Ascot crowd. He's doing it again in brilliant style to come up and win his 13th successive race and to remain unbeaten. Brigadier Gerard the clear winner from Steel Pulse second, and Pembroke Castle third.
They're off straight away, and Alonso a little slowly out of the gate. It's Charladoux out in front, setting the pace to Gold Rod second, Brigadier Gerard occupying the rails position in third, and the last 3 at this point are Home Guard, Alonso, and finally Lord David. They've covered just about a furlong and a half now, and it's Charladoux still who jumped out first, out in front. Brigadier Gerard has now been taken up into second, Gold Rod on the outside shows in third. Then comes the Irish challenger Home Guard in fourth, and the last 2, 5 and 6, are Alonso and finally Lord David. They've almost covered 3 furlongs now, with all 6 runners very closely bunched together, still headed by Charladoux, who continues to make the running from Brigadier Gerard 2, Gold Rod 3, Home Guard 4, Alonso 5, and Lord David 6th and last. Inside the final 7.5 furlongs now, with the French-bred Charladoux continuing to make it from the champion Brigadier Gerard in second, then comes Gold Rod third, and the last 3 still Home Guard, Alonso, and Lord David. Now they're racing towards the last 3/4 of a mile of the Eclipse, and as they do so, it's still Charladoux from Brigadier Gerard and Gold Rod. The order, in fact, virtually unchanged, except now that Alonso's dropped back last as Lord David moves up to 5th. Now, this is the halfway point in this 85th running of the Eclipse, and Charladoux continues to show in front with that chevron on the jacket and the white cap. Gold Rod in second, Brigadier Gerard very close up in third as they swing into the straight now with half a mile left. Ⅹ nearest the rails. Gold Rod is being brought up the centre of the course. Brigadier Gerard is running between these two now. Lord David making headway on the outside with 3 furlongs left. The last 2 are Home Guard and Alonso. 2.5 furlongs left, and now Brigadier Gerard ranges up almost level with Ⅹ. Gold Rod coming with those two. Lord David very close now, a quarter of a mile out, and Brigadier Gerard shows in front. The favourite in the lead now. Gold Rod is just in second, and now Lester Piggott looking quite dangerous on Home Guard. A furlong and a half to go, and it's Brigadier Gerard with his tongue hanging out now, but in front still as Lester Piggott tries to get Home Guard up close. Gold Rod, in fact, just hanging on to a second, but it's Brigadier Gerard now by 2 lengths as they strike the final half furlong up the Sandown Hill now. Brigadier Gerard by 2 lengths. Gold Rod plugging on game in centre. He's not going to catch it. This is the 14th winner of his lifetime for Brigadier Gerard. Gold Rod is second. Then came Home Guard.
Then on the inside it's Steel Pulse, and then Gay-Lussac and Fair World, and then comes Bog Road and Brigadier Gerard, and the back marker at the moment is Riverman, and taking him down the hill at quite a good pace, it's Selhurst in the lead from Parnell, then Fair World and Steel Pulse, then comes Gay-Lussac and Sukawa on the outside, then Brigadier Gerard and Bog Road and Riverman, the back marker of the 9 runners as they race towards the mile marker, with Selhurst being joined by Parnell. Sukawa's on the outside with Fair World, and then Gay-Lussac, and then Steel Pulse and Brigadier Gerard and Riverman and Bog Road. Past the mile marker now, and Selhurst disputing it with Parnell in second. Then comes Fair World. Then on the inside it's Bill Williamson on Steel Pulse. Then comes Lester on his outside on Gay-Lussac, and then Sukawa on the outside of them. Poise just in behind them, Joe Mercer on Brigadier Gerard. Then comes Bog Road, and still last is Riverman. They're coming up now towards the 6 furlong marker, and as they do so, it's Parnell, the fractional leader on the outside of Selhurst. These two who've been disputing it for a long while now, from Fair World in third. Then comes Sukawa on the outside with Gay-Lussac, and on the inside it's Steel Pulse, and Brigadier Gerard coming to join that group as Sukawa fades a little at this point, and Riverman makes ground from the rear. They're coming to the home turn now, and as they do so, it's Parnell, Willie Carson, who's gone to the front with the Brigadier Gerard bursting through towards the outside, and it's Brigadier Gerard in second place now. Parnell the leader from Brigadier Gerard. Then comes Selhurst, then Gay-Lussac under pressure from Lester Piggott, and then making ground on the inside is Riverman as they come to the home turn. It's Parnell from Brigadier Gerard, then comes Selhurst, then Gay-Lussac making ground towards the outside, then comes Steel Pulse and Bog Road, and then Riverman. They're well into the straight now, and it's Parnell from Brigadier Gerard, and Brigadier Gerard will have to stay now to peg back Parnell as they come to the 2 furlong marker. It's Parnell, Willie Carson from Joe Mercer on Brigadier Gerard. The crowd can sense another triumph from the Brigadier. Riverman's coming with a great run towards the outside, but the Brigadier has taken it up as they hit the furlong pole. It's Brigadier Gerard from Parnell, then comes Steel Pulse and Riverman towards the near side, but it's Brigadier Gerard from Parnell as they race up towards the line. Brigadier Gerard to make it 15 out of 15. Parnell is second and Riverman is third, and at the line Brigadier Gerard the winner. Parnell.
White flag will be going up any second, and it's up, and they're under starters' orders, and they're off. And nobody really electing to go on at this early stage, whereas Roberto settles down in the lead from Bright Beam on the outside. Then just in behind them comes Brian Gold, then comes Brigadier Gerard, and the back marker just Gold Rod. As they run down the far side, it's Bright Beam gone right up on the outside, Roberto. There's little choose between the other 3. Ryan Gold nearest the rails, Brigadier Gerard on the outside, and Gold Rod in 5th. As they continue round the turn with 7 furlongs to go, Roberto and Bright Beam, these two dispute it. Then comes Brigadier Gerard disputing 3rd place with Ryan Gold, and Gold Rod now in 5th place. They run now towards the 6 furlong from home marker, and it's Roberto and Bright Beam still the 2 leaders. They in turn are being followed by Ryan Gold. Then comes Brigadier Gerard, and then on the outside and in 5th place is Gold Rod. They very nearly enter into the straight, 5 furlongs to run. And it's Roberto nearest the rails, and on the outside is Bright Beam. Then comes Ryan Gold, who race on the inside of Brigadier Gerard. Bright Beam just went a little bit wide there, but they have just over 4 furlongs of this, the Benson Hedges Gold Cup to run. And it's Roberto and Bright Beam, and Brigadier Gerard now begin to close in on Roberto. Then comes Ryan Gold and Gold Rod. They've got 3.5 furlongs to run now, and it's Roberto still the leader from Brigadier Gerard, now begin to loom up size on his outside. Ryan Gold on the inside nearest the rails. Then comes Gold Rod on the outside. Bright Beam now drops back to be 5th. They're 2.5 furlongs to run now, and as Roberto still just has the advantage of Brigadier Gerard. These two are now beginning to draw away from Rheingold and Gold Rod, but it's Roberto still holding the lead, and they've got about a furlong and a half to go, and Roberto seems to be holding his own against Brigadier Gerard as they run up towards the final furlong. It's Roberto holding Brigadier Gerard, and as they hit the furlong from home marker, it's Roberto running away from Brigadier Gerard. They've got about 150 yards to go, and it's Roberto. He's going to win no two ways about it. Brigadier Gerard can't get him. They've got about 50 yards to the line, and as they come towards the line, Roberto is the winner, and Brigadier Gerard, unbeaten record, is absolutely smashed to smithereens, and then comes Gold Rod, and finally Rheingold, and some way even more behind him is Bright.
Then just in behind them, I can see Brigadier Gerard boring right up on the outside. Then comes Riverman and Sol Argent, and they've under half a mile to go. And it's Alma just right against the rails. He still makes it from Steel Pulse, boring right up on the outside. And Joe Mercer with Brigadier Gerard nicely poised close up in fourth as they come now to 3 furlong from home marker. It's now the Brigadier who now bursts through, and it's a Brigadier who now takes up the running. Then on the far side comes Boreen as they run now towards the bushes. It's Brigadier Gerard on the near side. Riverman making a run on the far side. Lord David in third, but it's a Brigadier in the lead as they run now towards the final furlong. It's Brigadier Gerard from Riverman on the far side. Lord David and Jimson, that's the leading four. They've got just about a furlong to go, and it's Brigadier Gerard, and the applause really rocking from the stand, and they're inside the final furlong, and what a way to finish career. This is Brigadier Gerard coming up to win his final race from Riverman. Then comes Lord David, Jimson.